People, how you doing today? We're going to talk about why black men can't get ahead. And my opinion and what I've seen growing up, being black myself, and what leads me to these, to my own opinions and what we know to be true. And a lot of times, I believe it starts at home. It starts at what we see, what we hear, which later forms our opinions and shapes our values, right? Because we only got, what we see around us. And usually how we come up, how we live we live in a lot of deplorable conditions. Our environment is toe up, it's toe down, So when we living like that, we scheme. We think about shortcuts. And with no guidance, that's all we look to do. We fail socially. We fail personally. And for some of us who make it, somewhat make it, we fail professionally as well. Excuses about why this, why that, whatever may have you. So we kind of like lacking in the schools. We lacking in other places. But we also are influenced by negative, we have negative influences. Whoever we choose to hang with, whether it's the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the John Johns, that's what we do. We later get involved with the gangs. We get involved with the drug use. The type of drugs that they're using these days. The drugs selling on all kinds. So the facts remain that tens of thousands of our black men or our black males, the causes of not being able to get ahead is due to jail, is due to no education, is due to being hooked on drugs, is due to severe depression, dysfunctional, we become dysfunctional due to unemployment. We robbing, we stealing, we killing. And last but not least, we have poor health overall. Some of us die from disease or whatever have you. But with the list of things I just named, we get in front of these judges once we commit these crimes, and they looking at us like, we lower than scum. So we don't deserve, they feel as if we don't deserve to be out here in society. Pretty much like we menaces to society. So we automatically label criminals. But the victim is the criminal, and the criminal becomes the victim, due to their own circumstances as far as their choices, and they end up in these prisons, you know what I'm saying? And some of them die due to their circumstances, and they cause their own demise behind the choices that they made. Nobody's a victim. Nobody, that's how I feel like, nobody really can be the victim if you causing a lot of chaos in the community. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking to improve yourself, But the picture for a lot of black males in a future looks bleak. Straight up and down, and we only resort to the drugs, selling of the drugs, later using the drugs. How I see it, drugs ain't never been the key to success. They only perpetuate, actually not even, the only thing that it does, it becomes the detonator of destruction, But most of our young men, they won't believe that. They believe this is how I gotta get it. This is the only way I can get it. I'm not putting my mind to use to go out there and find a trade. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have money. I gotta ask my mom or my daddy for money if I even got a daddy. And more times than not, in these communities and in our community and others across the states, A lot of them ain't got no fathers, ain't got no uncles, ain't got no grandfathers. There's nobody there to teach and protect us from that frame of mentality. You know, how we keep going. So, in other words, it's like the blind leading the blind. And you're not going to get ahead like that. We don't have nobody in our corners. But that's nobody else's fault, so you can't use that, because you have to find the tools to better yourself. You feel me? These young men of the younger generation got to find something to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's mentors or sports, whatever it is that we got to do to get by, to not be a part of that revolving door of these prison systems. So, you know, but it's also other things that kind of like, you know, feel like it holds us back, you know, mentally, you know, because everybody gets stuck in that negative mind frame. So, you know, other things that I feel that, you know, black males can't get ahead is that some of us ain't all face it, but in some shape or form, it's been the racism, prejudice, along with perceptual distortions based upon our social attitudes and our values and our needs. You feel me? So it's like we all being judged on prejudices, like a prejudice like selective perception. For example, let me give you this. Black man running down the street at midnight is a hiring criminal, while your white counterpart, a white male jogging down the street at midnight, is an enthusiastic jogger. Right? So for the women, let me give you that same example, but differently. Black mother, black female, has 5 kids, no husband. How is she looked at? She's looked at like a whore, and she's a drain on society. Again, your white counterpart, white woman, 5 kids, no husband, strong woman, and has an abundance for her young. You see what I'm saying? That's selective perception. And that's what we face in our community. But we got to get over that hurdle. We got to get over that wall. You know, some of us are going to be stuck. Some of us are going to be dragged back into what we know. So you go for what you know. And that's how we think we can strive and survive like that. But we also have to realize there's a lot of elements working against us, you know, and we need to try to change that. You know, you got to get around people that's going to help you, not bring you further down into negative things that's ain't going to help you. That's going to catapult you into some shit you can't get out of. But, you know, speaking about all the things of why we can't get ahead, it also has to be said that, you know, as men, we don't have no dick discipline. We don't have it. We got to hit everything moving. Right? So we create these 3 and 4 babies running across town doing whatever we do. You know, I say we because we all looked at as a whole. And we don't take responsibilities for these kids. You know, we create our own headaches, you know, with and deciding to deal with unstable women. And most times we unstable ourselves. So to further give you this, you know, what hurts us is that you force this woman hand at child support. So what does that do? So the results is you have revoked licenses. You got warrants for your arrest. You know, etc., 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 man. That's how this thing works. You know, it's a system that's not designed for us. But you cannot ever play the victim in it. You can't. You know, and a lot of us feel like our cries and our screams go unheard and unanswered. Like, again, we resort right back to what we know. To get ahead, we got to scheme. You know, not all of us. It doesn't go for all of us. You know, but we do have to realize that we build the house that we live in. So whatever you build for your life, that's what you're gonna live in. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you gonna shit where you lay, you know what I'm saying? In those terms, man, no, you're gonna be filthy, man. This is not something we need to keep saying somebody got their foot on our neck. You know what I'm saying? We, however you look at it, gotta rise above that. And there's always a solution, you know, to every situation. So I can never sit here and co-sign for the madness for you to ever play the victim. You feel me? So, you know, that's how I'm in this. Never play the victim. You gotta strive and work hard. You know, change your conditions. You gotta do it, cause it ain't no pity party for nobody. And how long can you use, you know, who doing this, who doing that to me? That's why I can't get to where I gotta go. But listen, think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Think about that, all right? But like, share, subscribe, comment. All right? Y'all be blessed, and I'm out.